Ladies and gents, welcome back to the TSI YouTube channel, and it's a big one. It's the start of Season 2 after Season 1's heroics towards the end, where we finally gained promotion, missed out on the title, spoiler alert. If you haven't, of course, seen any of Season 1 yet, please go back, check it out, and as always, please do subscribe to the channel. We've got a big one today, though. It is going to be a little pre-season number, players in, players out. We need to build a squad. I have already started to look at... I have already started to get rid of some players. I did get rid of some players annoyingly before, obviously, the end of the season. So these are the 4 that have gone like recently, with Burrell, Larson, Stutter being the big one. We've got £1 million to him. And Bannon. I've also got a sheet over here where we had Dudek go, who was a young keeper. Kalanuskis has gone for 240. He did play a little bit last year as well, but I thought it was time to give him a go. Hazelhurst has gone, and that's it. That's all gone. So in total, I reckon we've banked circa £2.3 million. So not bad business at all. We'll have a little look at the squad in terms of where we're at, what we've got left to play with, and what positions we need. So keeper-wise, I'm pretty happy with the keepers. I don't think we'll look to sign a keeper this window, or probably this season. I think we're fairly happy there. Left back, Inzadine is probably one that I want to get out. So Inzadine can also be added to the transfer list. Jack Armour will be the starting player. We'll look to loan out Collier again because he did well on his loan spell. And Curtis, the other youth lad who we promoted through the team, who was on loan at MK Dons last year, is back, and he's 61 rated. So he will be the backup left back in the interim. Sweeney and Van Kooten will remain as the centre halves. Badger Army, we're looking to move out the door. Jesper Lone is back from his loan deal at Harrogate Town. So again, we're going to look to try and see if we can get him into the squad. Dylan Williams, I'm looking to shift out. We've already had an offer accepted for him. Schreier will stay, and Delap we will look to loan again. So centre halves, I don't think we really need one. I'm quite content that the fact that we've got Sweeney, Van Kooten, Jasper Moon, with then Schreier as a bit of extra backup. That may change come the January transfer window depending on how we start. Right back, we do need some cover. Godwin Manoff was brilliant last year, but I do think we need a little bit of extra pace down that right-hand side, and then that will allow us to get a Koto out on loan, but realistically, we may just look to get rid of him because he is already 26 and he's only 59 rated. Central midfield CDM areas. Now, we've got a lot of players here. Elliot Watt and Keedle, the man we brought in last year, will likely keep their starting positions. Kieran Gilligan is one that he's been at the club, obviously, since he was a kid, so I don't really want to ship him out, but we do have a lot of depth there. I may look to bring in one CDM, and then we'll get rid of either Chalke or Gilligan, potentially. Cam, again, obviously, we've been playing Bowden on the left. I am looking to bring in a left-sided midfielder as well as a right-sided midfielder, which could allow Bowden to either play up front, play as Cam, play as left wing. He's a very versatile player and one that will stay. He's 33 years old. It's not going to get any better. He shouldn't get worse this season. Charlie Webster will continue to progress. He's already up to a 64 rate. He's only 21 years old, and he was sensational for us last year, let's be honest. We will look for a new right mid, though. We only actually technically have one out-and-out right mid, and that's Ben Whitfield, who, again, was brilliant, but I could do with a little bit extra pace. And then up top, we now actually only have 2 strikers. We've only got Danilo Warsi and Jack Cooper-Love. So I think the immediate interest will definitely be left mid, right mid, striker, and then we'll look at the other options. In terms of the budget and what we've got to play with, if I go into here, so our current budget is £8 million. We've made £2 million from profit already, or £1.5 million from profit. We've got some players to go out the door, so we do have money to spend. The initial budget was £6.4 million, so we're up to 8 now. So the money's not going to be an issue for this level. It's all about just trying to find the right players. We will go in and obviously try and sign some players. We're going to try and get a few through the door, at least bolster that squad up a little bit. But also we're going to dive in and do some pre-season tournaments. We've got one. It's about to start. It's against St Johnstone in the first game. So why don't we dive into a pre-season before we sign anybody? And we'll just use this just to get ourselves warm. It's going to be a big season. It's going to be a tough season. We are still going to play on world class. We're not going to change it from that. Of course, if we're halfway through the season and it is stupidly realistically and we're top of the table there or thereabouts, we'll look to change it. But I think given the squad that we've got, realistically the players that we're likely to bring in, I think keeping it at world class is probably wise. This is pretty much the same 11 that we went in with initially. Obviously, we've got loads of time to the start of the season. We've got money to spend, and I'm hoping after this we will make our first signing of the window. It's going to be a big season. It's going to be a big test up in the Championship, and we'll have a look at the fixtures very shortly, but we'll use this pre-season just to get ourselves up and running. As Bowden's going to drive into the box, and Bowden's going to go low and hard and shoots. Keeper saves it. Early chance. Of course, there is money on the line here. If we can win some prize money, that will help the transfer budget. where we may need it. Again, I don't want to splash out on players just for the sake of it. We know the positions we need to strengthen, and we know how to do it. Burton with the interception into Elliot Watt and Godwin Malif on the ball. Again, some of these names we will slowly start to phase out, I'm sure, but again, on paper, it's still a fairly decent squad. We've got quite a young group of players who are all growing quite nicely. It's Dylan Orsi's into the box now. Finds Bowden, one of the more senior players, and Bowden shoots. It's a good save, though, as Ray gets it. But I'm happy with the players that we've got out. We had quite a bit of deadwood, a big squad to start the season, so happy with the players we've got out. The fact that we've managed to bank a bit of money as well. Stutter was the one that I really stuttered on, I guess, because he was 63 rated, and it just didn't really, every time I used him, I just didn't really like him that much compared to Jack Cooper-Love, who was brilliant for us in large parts. As no foul, but Bowden's going to win it back. Still Bowden on the ball. Can he find Webster? Does find Webster. Webster's going to shoot, and Webster is going to score. Preseason off and running. Lovely stuff from the Brewers again. Charlie Webster with the man on the sheet. Again, I'm hoping he just continues to grow, because he has been an absolute gem for us so far, and I'm hoping that continues into Season 2. We put on the ball now for the Brewers. Again, a man that may see less game time this year, just with the signings that we're looking to make, so he'll be looking to make an impression in this preseason. He's going to try and square it across the box. Does square it across the box, and that is a 2-0 to the Brewers. Elliot Watt with a rare goal. I'm not sure if he even got a goal, at least in the games that we played, but that's a nice goal. Whitfield and Watt linking up, and again, I think the core group of that squad, especially the spine of that team, is quite strong, so shouldn't be too many changes throughout there. Depth is the key. If we can find some hidden gems, so even better. 2-0 to the Brewers. So Johnson's going forward now. It's a slow start to the second half. We've not really touched the ball. Max Crocombe with it there. Again, this preseason is really all just about finding our feet, just fitness into the squad, trying to see what works. Again, tactically, I don't think we're going to make any changes. I don't think we need to, as Armour's going to try and find Orsi. Does follow. So that's a lovely ball from Jacko. That should be a penalty. It's a penalty. I might be right in saying that that is our first penalty of this career mode. I can't actually recall that we've had one. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I don't think we have, but we have finally got one at the start of Season 2. It's going to be Billy Bowden to step up and take this, and it makes no mistake. Into the top right-hand corner. Lovely little stuff. 3-0. Again, we probably won't play all these pre-seasons, but I just wanted to have a look. What we'll probably do is play this one, try and sign some players, and then play the final one just to test out the new, see what the new faces are like. Referee looks at the whistle. The referee blows the whistle. A solid start to pre-season and Season 2. We're off and running. It means absolutely nothing, really, but fitness in the legs. 3-0. Clean sheet. Comfortable performance against a Scottish opposition. So we'll take that. Let's try and sign some players, shall we? Right, let's have a quick look at the shortlist then. Let's do this by position. So we've got a fair few names on this list, and the one that instantly struck out to me now, he's only 65 rated. He's 27 years old, but his pace, he's only 650k, and I think he's a good rotation option for Ben Whitfield. So Aaron Niemann, I think from MK Dons, could be a good option. His physicals are outstanding. His strength's a little bit weak, but I think we can work with that. His technicals are okay. He's not unbelievable, but he could definitely be one that we look at. We've also got Al Hassan Toure, who's got 85 pace. A little bit more expensive. A couple of years younger, though, so again, another solid option. Then we've got quite a few left mids to look at. Now, do we go for the extra pace? Or do we go for the younger option? Niemann. We're going to go for Niemann. Let's try and see if we can get Niemann in as our first signing of season number 2. Transfer fee. Let's go in at 570. It's a little bit below what they want. I'm expecting them to counter this. But we'll go in with 570. And they say thank you very much. Okay. Bit below the asking price. Good bit of depth to that right-hand side, which is what we need. Now we just got to get the contract over the line. Here he is then. Wants an important squad role. I think we can accept that again. I think we'll use him a fair bit. For sure, he's 27. He looks older than I do. 27, we'll offer you a 3-year deal. I don't think it needs to be longer than that. Yeah, he's looking for that. Absolutely fine. We'll disregard a release clause. Always avoid them. Right, he's currently on 6.5. So what we'll do, we'll offer him 7. And hopefully that'll be enough to keep him sweet. Okay, what's a little bit more? 7-7, signing bonus 69k. We got him on a bit of a steal. We'll take that. That's going to be our first new man through the door. We've got ourselves a right winger. We've got some competition on that right-hand side for Ben Whitfield. and a bit of pace to work with as well, which is exciting me. He's through the door. He says hello, shakes the hands. We'll get him to work straight away. But signing number 1 in the books. Let's have a look what rating it gives us for this. I think it should be quite good. Yeah, okay, B rating. What was the least amount it says we could get him for? Player rule 65. Again, he might progress a little bit at 27. Ben Whitford comes to the end of his contract as well, actually. So we need to have a look at contracts. That's another thing we must do sooner rather than later. Best possible 4-4. Okay, we did overpay slightly. I say slightly. We overpaid by 120k. Not ideal, but look, we'll take it. It's a signing. Happy days. So another player heading out of the door. It's Dylan Williams, I think, is going to be the man making the exit. It is Dylan Williams. It's actually a pretty good AI face for him because that actually looks fairly like him. I'm pretty sure if that is Dylan Williams, it is. That's a good face for Dylan Williams. Just over $500,000. Let's have a look what rating it gives us for that. F. Oh god, we could have got 820. Okay, dropped a little bit of the ball there. His player's market value was only 400, so I thought we'd absolutely be fine there. But dropped the ball, but still some more money in the bank. So a scout report that's come through. So when it comes to the right back, obviously Goldwyn Malif is good. The first one was this Kessa Hayden, who's £2 million for quid from Villa, 68 rated and looks very good. However, Roman Guest, who's a free agent, valued at 1.6, is a 67 rep player and he's only 19. So I think he's the man that we go for here. And his pace isn't as good, but he is younger. He's also going to cost us absolutely nothing. I think we take the gamble here and see if we can get him. Valued at 1.6 million, he can't be a bad player. And again, he looks good on paper. He wants a crucial role. I think we can accept that because he will get better than Goldwyn Malif. He wants a 5-year deal. That's fine. Given your age, that's no problem at all. Disregard the release clause. He's on just under 8k at the minute, so maybe if we offer him... Let's offer him 8.5. See if you accept that. You will accept that. Okay. That could be a brilliant bit of business. The second signing, he is a freebie, a free agent, but a 1.6 million market value and 67 rated at 19. That could be an absolute gem. Another player out the door. This time, Veg Arami, again, 220k. I'm expecting this might not be a great price rating. Oh, no, it gives us an 8. Okay, again, Deadwood, he was never going to play for us, never did. I don't think he made a single appearance for us in Season 1, so we'll absolutely take that. It's another centre-back that we wanted to get rid of gone. More money in the bank. Slowly but surely, the squad's starting to look fairly balanced. So what we'll do, let's actually have a look at the team sheet. We'll build the squad as our sort of strongest on paper. What we can do here, get you off there, get you onto the bench. So currently, this is what we'd be looking at, there or thereabouts. It's starting to take a bit of shape. I don't mind that at all. I think, yeah, the left-hand side is where we need left-hand side striker, and then it's probably looking at backup players really to try and strengthen this bench because the bench does look a little bit weak. So we will simulate game number 2 of the preseason against Gillingham. We're going to start with our new men. Let's just make a couple of changes here. Let's get Curtis in for a start. We'll get Moon in for a start instead of Van Kooten as well. We'll just play Gilligan through the middle instead of Keedle, just to try and give some players game time. We'll give Isted a go as well in goal. That is the side we'll go for. Hopefully we'll get 2 from 2. 2 from 2 we shall not. We went 1-0 down in the first half. Niemann. Oh no, the brand new man's got a straight red inside the 32 minutes. Oh, good start to your career. Very good. And went 1-0 down. Ben Whitfield got the goal as he came off the bench. And Williams got the goal in the 87th minute. A straight red on your debut. Very good. And yet another man out of the door. It's becoming quite a busy transfer window, mainly for outs rather than ins. But Inzadine has gone. Again, I didn't really care about the value of him. We just wanted him gone. 310 grand, we'll take it. Better than his market value. But that's another player gone. So I think that's probably just about everyone we wanted out, now out. So probably time for another signing, I reckon. So I think we go striker next. Now I've got 2 players on my shortlist. Sam Nom from Rotherham, 1.1 million, 90 pace, rapid. 26 years old, 60 rate, so we may not get that much better. But again, his physicals look pretty good. His technicals are okay. It's got rapid quick steps, not bad. Or we go for a lad that's only 21 years old. He's 68 rated. Less pace, better all-round player, 2.3 million though. I think the youth will prevail here. Again, 68 rated, and he should only get better. Conte, let's give it a go. So I'll offer you a transfer fee. Let's try 1.8 million. It's massively under. You may get a bit upset about this. Okay, they want 2.3. Okay, they actually want way more than well, not way more, 50k more than the market value. We'll counter that. We'll propose a new transfer fee. We'll go 2 million. See if that pulls your arm. Okay, 2.15. Do we try it? No, let's accept that. That's good enough for me. 2.15 would be a new record signing for us. It could be a very good addition to the squad. Let's have a look then. Again, he's on a fairly low wage. Squad role crucial, that's fine. 5-year deal again, 21 years old. That's absolutely fine. Disregard the release clause. He wants 6.9k a week, 68. So, okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just do it. We've got the money. Let's get him through the door. That's not annoying before it's even started. Signing number 3 through the door. As he will go and meet all the backroom staff and the players. We'll have a little look at the rating. Let's see whether it was good business or not. It looks like an absolute unit. Tariq Arconte in the door. B-rated signing. Again, 68 rated, 21 years old. Best possible with 1.8 million. I don't think we would have gotten for that. But that's a big jump up from Danilo Warsi. So that could be very good news for us. We've got one game left of pre-season coming up. So let's jump into that. So we were going to play that game, and then I stupidly didn't change the kits, and we were both in yellow, and I thought for the sake of a pre-season, it's just not worth firing it back up. We got a 1-0 draw against Udinese. Charlie Webster with a goal. As he so often does in these simulated games, he gets himself a goal. So I was going to play that game, but of course we have failed miserably. So maybe that means we play the first game of Championship, I guess. The one thing we could do is we could have a look at how we are going to start this season. We haven't looked at the calendar yet. As you can see on screen, there is our first game. It is going to be against Charlton, who came up via the playoffs. So that is who joined us. So let's have a look at our calendar for the opening month of the season. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. So in fact, playing one would be perfect because then we can finish finish September or August, should I say, in the first month. It is going to be Charlton at home for the first game of the season before we have Brentford at home in the Cup. And then it's going to be Stoke away, Sheffield United at home, and Middlesbrough away. All of a sudden, those names on paper look a little bit more daunting. So I think what we might try and do is try and bring in a couple more players, and then we'll bring you that Charlton game. So in the scouting, we have had a man that has caught our eye, Mikey Moore from Tottenham, 69 rated at 17 years old. He would potentially cost us in the region of 3 million quid. We've got 5 to spend. I think we've got to go for it. I really do. He could be an absolute baller for us. 17 years old. Let's give it a go. I think if we can get him through the door, he could. It's over half of what we've got left, but I don't think we really need that many more players if we can get this deal done. Let's try it 2-4. See what they say. Come on, Ange, give us one. Okay, they want a 3 sell-on clause as well. Okay, we'll accept that. 600k less. I thought they might be a bit pushy with that, but let's see if we can get this one over the line. Okay, the current wage on the left-hand side does not fill me with much confidence. And we could afford it. Do I want to be paying him 23 grand a week when everyone else is on about 10? Okay, he'd take 14. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, fine. Now, if I could remove the bonus and submit that, would you accept that? I don't mind 14.5. Okay, take it. That could be... That's probably our best signing. In fact, it is our best signing. That's a very promising young player through the door. Absolutely. I'm actually really happy with that. That's going to be, again, an extra bit of class that we potentially need if we're going to stay afloat in the Championship this season. The rating is in. What do we say? Did we overpay? Did we underpay? Going to give us a rating of a B. Okay, we'll take that. That's not too bad at all. 6-9 rate, though. He will become our highest rated player, I believe, though. So, happy days. Got a 5-year deal as well. And again, we could recoup some money should we need to. So, Charlton at home to start life in the Championship. Of course, the side that we played last year on a couple of occasions that came up through the playoffs. But that is going to be the side on paper. Guest, a new right back, 67 rated. Moore, our new left winger, 69 rated. Kedo, of course, the man that we brought in last year. He's still there, 67 rated. And our Conte up top, leading the line on a 68 rated. On paper, that doesn't look like a bad team at all. Well, of course, Charlie Webster's now the weakest player in that team, technically on paper, but we know how much of a baller he can be. So let's hope for 3 points to kickstart season number 2. Underway then, and of course, some other news that we've got to bring you. The Pirelli Stadium has had a refresh. The owners have come in straight away, wasted no time, and we have a brand new shiny stadium. With the promotion came the new ground, and that will allow us to bring in some more matchday revenue as we move into a bigger stadium. 30,000 capacity now, the Pirelli. So that should create a wonderful atmosphere throughout the season, and we're going to need that 12th man if we're going to be successful in this campaign. What now on the ball for the Brewers? It's come forward for the first time, and we're going to find more. He gets his first touch as a Burton Albion player. We'll try and find Jack Armour on the overlap. Can't. But a flair from the young lad, 17 years old, making his full Burton Albion debut. Hopefully we're going to see plenty of him this season, and he will repay some of that money that we have splashed on him as Charlton coming into the box now. This is dangerous. Velocity, go with it. Van Kooten, though, massive block. We are stuck with our centre pairing of Van Kooten and Sweeney. Didn't want to change that too much, and it's proving dividend at the minute. It's Charlton come forward yet again, though. Van Kooten, the man we've just been bigging up, is trying to stop the ball. And the story, Keedle's there, though. He does really well. We've got a chance to potentially counter-attack now as Webster finds Mikey Moore, and Mikey Moore now is going to skip down this left-hand side and try and see what he can do. The new man, could he get an assist in his first appearance for the Brewers? Finds Whitford at the back post. Whitford shoots, but he saved a bit of his blemishes because I think it was going well wide. Charlie Webster now picks up the ball, finds Arconte. As Arconte onside, Arconte shoots, scores, is onside. What a way to introduce yourself to the Burton Albion faithful, Arconte. That is a sensational finish from our new man that is leading the line. Money well spent early doors. It's a lovely ball from Charlie Webster, initially with the interception as he caught the Charlton player napping, and the ball just held up in the wet, rainy conditions in August, typical British summer, just off the underside of the bar, and that is 1-0. Chance here for Charlton to come forward again. Low through ball, finds Carnu. Sweeney's there. Does absolutely sensationally to win that ball, and Webster's going to go outside to the new man, Mikey Moore again, who's maybe just going to wait for Jack Armour to make the run. Jack Armour does make the run, as he did last season, continuing on that same tactic. Go back to Mikey Moore on the edge now. We'll find Charlie Webster. Charlie Webster's going to turn. Charlie Webster's going to have a dig from distance, just wide. Good football from the Brewers, though. Again, it's a similar pattern to what we did last year. Soak up a bit of pressure, look for the wings, look for the wide men, and try and open up the opposition. Just wide on that side. Still, 1-0 to the Brewers. If it does well to intercept that ball, finds Arconte. Again, Charlton just being a little bit sloppy here as Keedle's on the ball to Elliot Watt. Back to Keedle. We create one opportunity here before half-time. Whitfield down the right-hand side. We'll try and find Arconte in the middle. Arconte tries to peel off his man, can't. Pulls to Webster on the edge. That should be enough for half-time. It is enough for half-time. Good 45 minutes for the Brewers. Chances for both sides. We took ours. They didn't take theirs. And again, if that's the story of the season, we'll take that. But Arconte with his first goal in a Burton Albion shirt. Mikey Moore with a bright first 45 minutes as he makes his full debut. But the early signs are positive in the new Pirelli. Big interception from Keedle to start the second half as we're looking to make a bright start and get that second goal, kill the game if we can. Charlie Webster switches the play to Guest, who we barely even spoke about so far in this game, as takes a heavy touch, and please get up, don't get injured in your first appearance. A little bit slow to get up, but it shrugs it off. Finds Whitfield now down the right hand side. Whitfield's going to try and find man at the back post, can't find him. Charlie Webster recycles the ball now. Jack Armour, oh no, who's that down? That could be an injury. We got so lucky with injuries last season. That would be a disaster if we get an injury to start this one. Moves into Arconte. Tries to play the ball through to Whitfield. Can't. Charlton clear. Ramsey coming forward for Charlton now. Ball into the box. Guest only clears it as far as Adame. Not against his old club. Surely does. Oh, we've just been caught napping for a split second. We couldn't clear the lines, and Ghassan Al-Hameh gets a goal against his former club. He wasn't with us for very long, IRL, thankfully, because he was absolutely dreadful. But not this time, as it is a good finish. Not a lot Kroken could do about it. We were just caught napping. Charlton back on level terms. That's the level this year. Guest as well to find Whitfield. He's going to just run down this right-hand side. Guest had a pretty good game when he has been in the game, and we're going to try and find Arconte, who got the man who got the first goal, has a shot blocked, goes to Charlie Webster. We'll try and find Whitfield, and Whitfield does well, stay on his feet. Guest will now look to make the overlapping run, does well, and Whitfield can't quite find him, but Arconte's there to go back to Ben Whitfield, and Ben Whitfield skips past his man again. We'll try and dink it across to try and find Billy Bowden in the middle, but Billy Bowden just can't get up high enough. Charlton come away with the ball. Our man that we got on a free has been very bright in this opening game. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. Is Whitfield now. We'll go to Guest, and Guest is through on goal. Guest, can he square it to Billy Bowden? Billy Bowden touch, shoot, goal, get in! The new man has come to the table. 2 signings and 2 goal interactions for us. The first coming from the new number 9, the second coming from the new right back. And the man who we got on a free, who looked like an absolute steal, is proving just that, because that is wonderful. The way he linked up with Ben Whitfield, kept the run going, dived into the box, thought about shooting maybe, but just cuts it back. Billy Bowden composed off the bench in replace of Mikey Moore. We get back the 1-goal lead. It's 2-1 to the Brewers right before the end of the game. New Pirelli has been absolutely rocking this afternoon. And if we can hold on, there'll be a couple of pints sunk after the game, I'm sure, as Van Kooten rises highest. And then Elliot Watt, and Billy Bowden's now just going to try and run clear with the ball. As long as he doesn't give it away. He doesn't, and it is going to be 3 points to kickstart life in the Championship. That's a pretty good performance. We got caught napping briefly. Again, a side that came up with us. So again, if we're going to look at the games that we need to win this year, that's going to be one of them. They were a significantly better side than when we played them last year, that's for sure. 3 points at the new Pirelli. We'll take that every day of the week. So the one thing we will do is we will have a look at the objectives. Okay, it's only 5 days with a bruised elbow. Okay, we can live with that. The one thing we haven't done is we haven't shown you the objectives that we've been set for this year. So we'll do that just before we wrap things up here. Let's have a look at the objectives for Season 2. So domestic success, avoid relegation. Okay, that's expected. Round of 16 with the FA Cup, that was the same as last year. Continental, nothing obviously. Within 2 seasons time, 4 youth players. Play them in 20 games, okay, we can potentially look to do that. Get a streak of 5 wins this season. Might be tough, but we'll give it a go. Financial, again, make some sales from youth players. Okay, nothing crazy in there that should cause us too many problems, but a winning start to start season number 2. As always, a massive thank you to everyone for being here. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. The road to 500 starts here. We finally hit number 4, so big stretch to number 500. It kickstarts now, but yeah, we'll be back very soon. The uploads will continue every Monday and every Thursday, and yeah, I'll look to bring the season to you as quickly as I can. So I'll see you very shortly for episode number 2.